Hi y'all, this is a video about the end of 2020 and trees and kind of Sisyphus. This is a bit of a weird one. Walk with me. I'm home for the holidays and I've been thinking a lot about mesquite trees. They are bizarre little trees. I wouldn't call myself a tree expert by any means, but I can spot a mesquite tree a mile away. And when I look at them, I know I'm in Texas. When I go on walks, I often find myself staring at them while trying to digest my thoughts. So I thought I'd share them with you in this video. I spent my early January ringing in the new year, seeing old friends, and enjoying the sunshine in Texas. During the holidays, I thought a lot about what might come next for me. I had decided that I wouldn't be pursuing a PhD after my MA like I had planned to. I figured I'd finish my thesis by the summertime and then spend my summer vacation in Texas before jumping into job hunting. But none of that happened. And I bet y'all know why. Okay, so what else happened? I got to go to Carnival in Quebec City. I froze my ass off, but I also got to do fun stuff too, like enjoy the beautiful city, and be in large crowds, and eat inside of a restaurant. Once I returned from Carnival, I dug back into thesis writing and helped plan a student conference for myself and my colleagues. The conference was set to happen mid-March, but it didn't, because Okay. My colleagues and I were gearing up for a conference, and then we heard about a COVID case being found in Montreal. Then 3, then 10. I want to say that I knew what was coming, that I recognized the danger. But I thought the whole situation was bullshit. A couple of people got the flu, and now I can't do anything? What a joke. What a laugh that I had to put my life on hold for something so trivial. But as cases rose and rose, I stopped laughing. People online started describing their symptoms, how it felt like drowning in slow motion, and I stayed home. Nursing homes became mortuaries, and I put on a mask. Let me try to start again. What made me smile this year? Well, getting to be in Montreal, for one. Even if it was mostly shut down, there was still ice cream at La Déperie, Kamehame, or a local dépanneur. Going to historic protests that people were willing to show up to, even if it put themselves at danger. And doing these weird little videos that I've been making since March. More than anything, this has become my own little lifeboat in a sea of despair. In trying to stay hopeful in the middle of all of this, I've tried to find what meaning I can in even small things. Sometimes it feels like all I can do. In anthropology, there's a concept called material culture. Anthropologists study material culture to see what humans put meaning into, what they breathe life into around them. How humans can take something so simple like shoes or a knife or a building and transform it into something with meaning. And that's gotten me thinking about mesquite trees. As a kid, I thought they were the ugliest trees. They have this sharp gray bark, thick thorns, and rather than turning a beautiful color in the fall like cool trees, they sort of just shrivel up and dry out. But they're also nostalgic for me. They remind me of hot summer days spent climbing their spindly branches. The smell of their wood burning invokes the memories of smoky barbecue or chilly evenings in front of my family's fireplace. One feature about them that I admire is that they're pretty flexible but also very strong, so they shift into weird and unique shapes as they grow, becoming twisted by the wind, gravity, and their own weight. And that makes me think of 2020, but it also makes me think of Sisyphus, or rather, Camus' Sisyphus. Yes, I know, this is another video where I quote a dead Frenchman. But unfortunately, you stay in academia long enough and you start sneezing dead Frenchmen. But even so, Albert Camus' essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, really speaks to me. If you're unfamiliar with Sisyphus, he's a tragic Greek myth. Condemned to push a boulder up a hill, only for that same boulder to fall down at the end of the day. Camus was the meaning of life, and he thought of humanity as Sisyphus, as beings who were meant to toil away at meaningless tasks their whole lives. And after 2020, I bet a lot of us would agree with him. Camus argues that life itself has no inherent meaning, that any meaning people come up with is just a way to delude themselves, and that people will only truly be happy if they accept that meaninglessness. One must imagine Sisyphus happy, he says. And maybe you disagree with him, or think he's just being pessimistic. But I find that argument kind of beautiful and comforting. If life has no inherent meaning, then there's no way to waste your life. There's no way to do life wrong. Only fleeting moments of happiness and sorrow, of memories gained and people lost. On the screen are some of my favorite memories from 2020. They probably won't mean much to the people who haven't heard the stories behind them, but in these moments, in this year of hopelessness, I chose hope. I choose to believe in a brighter tomorrow, not out of naivete or ignorance, but because that's the only way I can keep pushing my boulder up a hill. And I'm not so naive to believe that just because the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve, everything is magically okay now. But like these ugly, twisted up trees, I'm still here. As long as I'm still standing, as long as I continue to choose hope and push my boulder up a hill, spring will come someday. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away.